It's the Tiny Pumpkin. Why are you still alive? That is from Halloween. That's from before Halloween. They never die. Hello, Doodlebugs. It's the Friday Doodle Diary 2015 edition, a brand new year. I'm so excited. I hope you had a happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful time celebrating and kicking out the old bad mojo of 2014 and embracing the new awesome energy of 2015. It's gonna be a cool year, man. This is the year where the portals are gonna open up and all the positivity rays are gonna soak into your pores and create cancer, but a good cancer of enlightenment and opportunity, which I guess I shouldn't call a cancer. I'd say it's like a growth, a mole. You're gonna develop moles of brilliance. Those are my wishes for you. I had a wonderful New Year's Eve. I spent it on the couch with Dante in our pajamas, or my yoga pants at least. I don't know, the two are blurring together. The yoga pants I wear during the day, pajamas I wear as soon as the sun goes down, which is happening earlier and earlier. Such is the life of somebody who works from home. So we watched a lot of TV on New Year's Eve, and we opened a bottle of wine because we are crazy adults. I had a birthday. When is it? Come on, you know this, the 27th. But I was flying back from Minnesota on that day because tickets are $150 cheaper. Oh, who knew? I was looking all through that week because I had to be back at a certain time to be on call for jury duty. And so yeah, that was just a cheap day. But it was a good one. I made a Columbus-esque discovery of civilization revolution for the iPad. That has revolutionized my flights. It's amazing. Okay, so if I open up that game, my day is done. My day is done. And so I got on the plane at some weird early hour that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't even know if it has a number, and I've never been up at that time. And it was, the flight was delayed, they had to de-ice the plane, and I didn't even know. I think I played this game for 4 hours straight. It was beautiful, the perfect way to spend a birthday. And then we celebrated the following day. Dante and I were both back in town by that time. So it was good. It was a fun Christmas. I got to see a lot of friends. I got to see my family. Everybody's doing well. Everybody seems to be like on this upswing. They're getting the positivity rays, man. That's where the portals are opening. It's 2015. It's not an even year, but it's one of those solid set years in fives, numerology. Look it up. I don't know what I'm talking about. My dog, Siri, we found a deer antler in the woods while we were back home in Minnesota. I had to put Instagram photos up. It was so cute though, because we were going for a walk in the backwoods, and like, I grew up in this area of Minnesota and there's just woods, and now, presently, there's a few homes back there, but when we first moved in, there was nothing. And I used to go for walks back there with the dogs and just see how far I could go before I got bored and came back. And occasionally we'll find deer antlers at the right time of the year. So the dogs have this collection of antlers with their other doggy toys. And when people come home or there's company, they like to pick up these antlers and parade them around because they're dogs and it's impressive. And so we were walking in the woods. It was me and my mom and then our two dogs. And my mom was talking about, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we found antlers? You know, it's been 4 years since I found our last pair and blah, blah, blah. And then we get like way out into the woods. And sure enough, we're just walking and I looked down and I was like, Mom, stop. And there's an antler right by my feet, 4 points. And I gave it to my dog, Siri, she's getting old. She's getting old. I don't think she's deaf. I think she's just got really selective old lady hearing. But yeah, I gave it to her, and at first she had to sniff it a little bit, like, what is this? What are you putting in my face? And then she realized what it was. And she gently took the antler by the end and then just started booking it, just speed walking. She had such determination. I could just hear her inner monologue. She was probably thinking, we gotta go home, we gotta go home, we gotta go home right now. We gotta get this home right now. So that was fun. That was the high point. That and going out and having way too many beers with good friends from school and all that good stuff, you know, the holidays. And now we're playing cookie roulette every day with the legendary bag of cookies my aunt gave me. Every year, it's a whole grocery bag I have full. I'm gonna whip it out next week. A whole grocery bag full of cookies, and she gives you 6 cookies of each different type. And last year we counted there are a dozen different kinds of cookies, and like, she puts presentation effort into it. She's got confectionery glitter, the frosting is drizzled so nicely, and they're really good cookies. There's a lot of them. And then you consider the fact that I got a giant bag of cookies, and everybody gets a giant bag of cookies of their own, and that's the Irish Catholic side of the family. They just look at each other and have babies, so she just makes a lot of cookies. Good for her, good for her. I should Pinterest them. Man, she would dominate Pinterest. Those cookies. Yeah, so we're playing cookie roulette every day. We go to the freezer, we pull out the bag and just like reach in randomly, and my aunt put the cookies in these little baggies that are neatly labeled with the names of the cookies. So you reach in and grab a baggie, see what cookies you're eating that day. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's everything I could have wanted. It's everything I'm looking forward to at Christmas. I'm looking forward to 2015. There's so many cool things that are happening. So I should mention, first off, the Daily Doodles. I am not going to be doing the Daily Doodles for 2015, and here's the thing about that. So last year, at the very last minute, right after New Year's, I decided to do Daily Doodles for all of 2014. It was just gonna be for the year. And the idea behind that is that I wanted to get myself drawing every day, because as the YouTube stuff happens, and as you start doing the thing you love for a living, I was finding that I was doing anything but drawing for the most part. I spent most of my days on the computer answering emails or shipping things off or meetings of whatever sorts. It was awful. So I said, no, I need to create a goal to get myself to sit down and draw every day like I used to do. And that's what makes you good. And that's where you learn on what you want to improve, or that's where you generate these ideas that you never would have thought of if you weren't forced to sit down and draw. So that was the goal. Mission accomplished. I came up with a lot of really cool ideas, and somewhere halfway through the year, I realized that the time spent doing the Daily Doodles can be invested into writing and creating a webcomic. The webcomic that I've been wanting to make for a while. And so this year, 2015, my goal is to launch a new webcomic. And I do have the concept down. I got some of the characters, still gotta work on that. So there's no official date when that's gonna be happening, but there's definitely gonna be more information on that coming up as we progress into the future. So let's move forward. Let us not stall and be stagnant in the present. Let us not look back and lament at the past. Let us move forward like rays of light through a portal, and then we go into the pores of a human and create positivity, not cancer, positivity growths, positivity moles, what is wrong? I've been having too many cookies. Too many cookies in my tummy. So that's the exciting thing for this next year. And I also am going to be a teacher of the improv arts coming up this year. At the West Side Comedy Theater, they have a show called The Draft. And what they do is they take students from their classes, because they have improv classes at this theater, and students from those classes get drafted onto a temporary team where they get to perform alongside veteran performers, and which is awesome. And I've played in that show before as a vet, which I love, because you get to go up there with, people who are new and fresh to it. And so they get these new, fresh ideas. And at the same time, they're getting the experience of having that stage time, as well as playing with people who control and bend the matrix that is the show a little bit. And it's just good for everyone all around. So I'm gonna be coaching that this next year, which is really exciting. I've never coached improv before. I've directed some shows, like short one-act plays and short films, but I've never coached improv. I'm looking forward to it. So that's really exciting. And that's something that I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to do more stuff at that theater, which I was thinking about this last year, kind of later in the year, thinking, I need to do more things there. And then shortly after that, I get a phone call from my buddy who used to coach it. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna step down from this. Do you wanna pick up the reins? I was like, oh my goodness, I just thought it and it just happened. So yeah, obviously you came to the same conclusion too. Pumpkin has psychic energy and can bend the universe to its will. And that is why it will never die. That is why it is ageless. So thank you, tiny, tiny pumpkin. And thank you for making this yet an awesome, wonderful 2014 and making this future year. I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful. You be quiet. You are not allowed to talk, phone. And yes, I was thinking, sorry, I was yelling at my phone and pumpkin is, I need a cookie. Man, my aunt's got me hooked on her cookies. Thank you for making 2014 awesome. I'm looking forward to this next year. And I'm gonna go eat some cookies in my yoga pants in the dark. And I'm looking forward to that. Aren't you?